Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To my supervisor, Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Hariri Bakri, and to my panel, Dr. Siti Nurbaya Binti Yahya. My name is NURSAIRAH binti SAHAK for BTMM with metric number B0619102245. I would like to present my FYP entitled Factor Influencing the Use of e-wallet as Payment Method. Electronic wallet, e-wallet, or a digital wallet is a financial transaction application that runs on mobile device. It securely stores your payment information and passwords. The term e-wallet is a form of digital wallet that allows an individual to link their debit or credit card to digital wallet in order to make any transaction. Digital wallets are applications designed to take advantage of the abilities of mobile device to improve access to financial products and services. Digital wallets essentially eliminate the need to carry a physical wallet by storing all of customers' payment information securely and compactly. Problem statement is, despite of the development in information technology and the increase in internet technology users, there are only some numbers of them that use internet technology to do online purchasing. This is because the trust on using online purchasing. Most of them felt doubly to purchase using social media due to some aspect, such as protection, security, and privacy. From the problem statement, we have such questions such as what behavioral intention to use e-wallet. Second, does millennial and Generation Z have problem using e-wallet? And third, what are the relation of behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z? The research objective is to identify the behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z. Second, to identify problem that millennial and Generation Z face using e-wallet. And the last one is to determine the relation of behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z. The dependent variable for this research is intention to use e-wallet. Intention to use refer to desired behavior that customers expect to display in the future. Customers' expectation about a certain activity in a souvenir purchasing environment are represented by intention to use, which can be called a probability to act. A favorable desire to utilize in particular suggests the customer. For independent variable, we have behavioral intention. There are three behavioral intentions such as perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, and perceived privacy and security. Behavioral intention is a person's subjective probability that is intended to be attained within a time period. Many scholars found positive and significant relationship between behavioral intention and new technology use. For the first, perceived usefulness. Perceived usefulness is a subjective probability that technology can improve the way a consumer completes its goal. In online environments, usefulness is perceived as the degree to which a consumer's believe an online purchase will provide access to useful information and allow a faster purchase. The second one, perceived ease of use. The term perceived ease of use signifies to the extent to which using a particular system will be free from effort. The ease of use refers to the individual perception that using a particular system will be effortless or simply easy to handle. The last behavioral intention is perceived privacy and security. Privacy as an individual ability to individually monitor self-relevant information. One of the elements that influence the adoption of an e-wallet is privacy and security, which is more suggestive. For research methodology, we have the research design. This study uses a quantitative method. The goal of quantitative research is to find out how many people think, act, or feel in a certain manner. Second is the population and sampling. Population refers to a group in a certain area, and it can be composed of a group of the same characteristics such as age. In this study, samples were collected using convenient sampling technique. Next, we have operationalization of construct. The study was conducted by using quantitative method. The questionnaire is regarded as a set of structure and logical questions, and the investigator used its tools to obtain the interviewee's opinions, feedback, and suggestions. Research methodology is data analysis procedure. A total of 384 sets of questionnaires were distributed during the period of data collection. The targeted respondents were millennials and Generation Z from around Malaysia. The procedure for data analysis began with determining the sample size. In Chapter 4, we have the research question analysis. This is my dependent variable and independent variable analysis. Next is Pearson correlation analysis. From here, behavioral intention had the highest strong positive relationship with perceived ease of use with 0.694, while perceived usefulness and perceived privacy and security had the lowest with same value of 0.667. The result of the model summary of multiple regression analysis produced by the SPSS software. The value R was 0.755, indicating that there was a relationship between the independent and dependent variable in the study. The R-square value was 0.570, indicating that 57% in the factor influencing the use of e-wallet as a payment method could be described by a variance of perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, also perceived privacy and security. As a result, there was 43% of other variance in the factor influencing the use of e-wallet as a payment method that were not included in this analysis. Furthermore, the adjusted R-square values of strong positive 0.567 could explain 56.7% of the variation in the intention to use e-wallet using regression prediction variables. Beta for perceived usefulness is 0.267, perceived ease to use is 0.308, perceived privacy and security is 0.303. Based on beta, perceived ease to use has the highest beta and perceived usefulness has the lowest beta. From the table, the researcher noticed that there is no independent variable with negative sign. It indicates the absence of variable, which has negative relationship with the relation of intention to use e-wallet. On Chapter 4, we also discuss about hypotheses. The first hypothesis is there is a significant relationship between perceived usefulness towards relation of intention to use e-wallet. The significance is 0.00 smaller than 0.05, and the result is accepted. For the second hypothesis is there is a significant relationship between perceived ease of use towards relationship of intention to use e-wallet, and the significance is 0.000 smaller than 0.05. The result is accepted. And the third one, there is a significant relationship between perceived privacy and security towards relation of intention to use e-wallet, The significance is 0.000, smaller than 0.05, and the result is accepted. On chapter 5, we have the discussion of objective and hypothesis testing. The first objective is to identify the behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z. The research explained the relationship between the independent variables, which are the factors influencing behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z. All the independent variables, which are perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, perceived privacy and security, which influence them to use e-wallet. The second objective is to recognize issues that millennial and Generation Z face using e-wallet. The data perceived usefulness, the researcher found that there are several disagreements where e-wallet is useful in buying process and increase effectiveness in paying process. E-wallet requires us to have a smartphone and working internet to function. For the last research question, that is to determine the relation of behavioral intention to use e-wallet among millennial and Generation Z. Generation Z is more prone to use e-wallet compared to millennial. Generation Z more adaptable and acceptable to this kind of payment compared to conventional payment. The limitation that conducting this research was time constraint. The researcher had a limited time, which was 3 months of period to collect the data from the respondent, so that the researcher could not find more response from the respondent. The researcher had collected the data by distributing the questionnaire through the email and social media. During conducting this research, the second limitation that faced by researcher was the method of doing survey. The survey method used by the researcher was more to online platform, which through email, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. There was some difficulty for the respondent when they want to distribute the questionnaire, but they did not believe the information will be secure or think of a scammer. The last limitation was the number of respondents. The 384 respondents were too hard to achieve and collected by the researcher in this study. The recommendation: in the future, researchers may conduct this research in the narrow demographic in expanding the generation of target respondents in future study. Future researchers are encouraged to target respondents with broadened age range, including not only Generation Z, but also different generations like Generation X, Y, and baby boomers. Different generations of consumers have different opinions through e-wallet. Besides, the future researcher should conduct research over each state of Malaysia, but not a specific small area. This is because a large population of the area will get more accurate statistics. Second, to avoid respondents being influenced by time constraint, the researcher may assign questionnaire to respondents at the appropriate time. The researcher should allow respondents a few days to complete questionnaire. When they are not available, this prevents them from rushing to answer without truly reading the question. Furthermore, the researcher can order the question from general to sensitive. This aids in removing the respondent's sensitive feelings while filling out the questionnaire. In conclusion, the behavioral intention is important to make sure the e-wallet application is acceptable to every generation in Malaysia. So, it is important for the e-wallet creator to clearly know the appropriate way for them to improve the behavioral intention to use e-wallet. By using the behavioral intention to use e-wallet, it is useful for the employer for them to improve the way to use e-wallet among users. Through the finding of this research, perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, perceived privacy and security will influence the usage of e-wallet. The information from this finding will alert the creator to improve the perceived usefulness, the perceived ease of use, perceived privacy and security. However, this study had provided the appropriate way for the creator to improve behavioral intention to use e-wallet. That's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.